Acupressure and yoga to prevent and treat bipolar disorder. Necessary tools: yoga mat and a tennis ball or equivalent. Hi. As in the previous video, I discussed bipolar disorder, which is characterized by intense and unpredictable mood swings, including periods of excessive excitement and periods of deep depression. And, with the frequency of manifestations and changes varying greatly from case to case, and in particular, in the timing of the manifestations of the disease, it is impossible to predict them. Among the different stages of the illness, the manic phase of bipolar disorder is characterized by marked and intense changes in mood and energy levels. During this stage, the patient often experiences a heightened sense of euphoria, an exaggerated increase in self-esteem, and a constant feeling of invincibility. They may become talkative but thoughtless, sleep less, overactive but lacking concentration, etc. You can watch and listen to these again in podcast 16. Today's yoga and acupressure exercise will focus on preventing and treating bipolar disorder during the manic phase, with typical symptoms of excessive excitement and loss of control. The goal is to help the patient calm down, return to reality, and gradually regain the ability to be self-aware and control themselves as in a normal state. To practice this exercise, we will apply skills to act on a number of acupuncture points. At the same time, we will practice some important yoga postures, through which the central nervous system is first affected appropriately, the flow of vitality in the body is properly circulated, eliminate all blockages and stagnation, and then improve the ability to manage consciousness and increase concentration. Thanks to that, excessive excitement will be well controlled. Specifically, please, let's practice together, each yoga pose in turn, combined with the impact on each acupuncture point as follows. Now, first of all, please, let's go into the diamond pose. In the diamond pose, we will first press the Intang acupoint, EXHN3. The Intang acupoint is a point outside the meridians, located right in front of the forehead, straight along the bridge of the nose, between the two eyebrows. The position of the Intang acupoint also coincides with chakra 6, the third eye chakra, an important chakra associated with self-awareness, adjusting thinking and improving action capacity. There are many ways to activate the Intang acupoint, but here you can use the tip of your thumb, regardless of which side it is, to press the acupoint like this. Here, we use the tip of the thumb like this. To press the acupuncture points more easily and reduce hand fatigue, you can press your elbow on the chest and abdomen, then release the weight of your head to rest on your fingertips, so that the pressure on the acupoint is passive, thereby increasing the pressure on the acupoint for a mental calming effect. When you're ready, let's start timing. 1 minute. While listening to the sound of the clock hands, direct your thoughts first to the point of contact between the Intang acupoint and the finger pressing the acupuncture point. Use your neck to adjust the level of pressure drop on the pressure point so that you get a feeling of gradual compression, feel and penetration, and a spread. Now, use the tip of your finger that just pressed the acupoint, gently press rotate the yin tang acupoint for 30 seconds. Okay, now if you have a need, you can stop the video to rest and relax your legs like this for a moment. You exit the diamond pose like this, and you can shake your legs like this. While practicing this exercise, you can stop the video at any time you want to relax your legs like that. Because each person's need for rest and relaxation is different, you can proactively pause and relax like that. Now, if you are ready, please continue practicing with me. Also, in the diamond pose, we will now apply a very popular technique in yoga therapy, the alternate breathing technique. To easily understand the alternate breathing technique, you just need to grasp one basic principle. Instead of our normal inhales and exhales, we use both nostrils at the same time without thinking anything, breathe naturally. But when we practice the alternate breathing technique, we breathe only through each nostril. Which means we close one nostril alternately, closing that nostril and then closing the other nostril. At the same time, when inhaling through one nostril, you should exhale through the other nostril, not inhaling and exhaling through the same nostril. Come on, let's practice together. For convenience, please do it on the same side, right or left, as me. First of all, please follow my instructions to do it properly. We will place the tip of the right middle finger on the yin tang acupoint like this. Then, using the tip of your right thumb, also close the right nostril. Inhale deeply, inhale slowly, and push the breath down into the abdomen rather than into the chest, and, forcing the breath down into the abdomen, down as deep as possible. Then, without rushing to exhale, we will first move the tip of our thumb to close the left nostril. At this point, exhale. Exhalation is also deep and slow. Then, still with the right nostril, inhale, slowly, deeply, and push the breath down to the lower abdomen as above. Then, without exhaling quickly, we will move the tip of our thumb to close the right nostril, then, exhale. That's the alternating breathing technique. We take turns closing and opening each nostril so that each nostril, when opened, does two things: exhalation and inhalation. Now, let's practice together. 1 minute. Close the right nostril, inhale. Close the left nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Close the right nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Close the left nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Close the right nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Now we change hands. Just now we used the right hand, now we use the left hand. Please note that when performing this alternative breathing technique, it is necessary to always keep the tip of the middle finger in contact with the yin tang acupuncture point, and to use both hands in turn, which is very effective for mental balance. Come on, 1 minute. Close the left nostril. Inhale. Close the right nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Close the left nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Close the right nostril and exhale. Then inhale. Now, if you have the urge, take a break and shake your legs like this for a moment. Next, we now turn to working a very important acupoint for all stages of bipolar disorder, whether manic or depressive. That is the Zhubin acupoint, Ki9. The Zhubin acupoint is the ninth acupoint of the kidney meridian. Located on the inside of the lower leg, 5 cun from the top of the medial ankle along the posterior border of the tibia, then moved backward 2 cun. This is the top of my inner ankle. This was 4 cun, then 5 cun. This is the posterior edge of the tibia. From here, back toward the calf 2 cun. That is the location of my Zhubin acupoint. To stimulate the Zhubin acupoint for mania, we will apply strong pressure with both press and press rotate. You can use the tips of your fingers, or the knuckles, but I would like to suggest you use the middle metacarpophalangeal joint like this, to press and press rotate directly on the acupoint like this. Now, first we press on the Zhubin acupoint. 30 seconds. Slowly press harder on the acupoint until you feel a lot of pain and reach your pain threshold, then maintain the pressure at that level, but you also continuously increase the pressure little by little. Now, within 30 seconds, loosen your hand a little and switch to press rotate on the Zhubin acupoint like this. The force of pressing rotate the acupoint is now not too strong, but it is still enough to cause a slightly positive feeling of pain. Then, we move on to press and press rotate the Zhubin acupoint for the other leg, using the same method. Now we use the middle finger joint of the left hand to press the acupoint like this. 30 seconds. Slowly increase the intensity of the press to your pain tolerance level, then gradually increase the pressure little by little. Now, 30 seconds, let's press rotate the Jubin acupoint like this. And now, we repeat the press and press rotate the Jubin acupoint right leg a second time. 30 seconds, press. "30 seconds, press rotate." And we do the same for the Jubin left leg acupoint a second time. 30 seconds, press. "30 seconds, press rotate." And now, we repeat the press and press rotate the Jubin acupoint right leg a third time. 30 seconds, press. "30 seconds, press rotate." And we do the same for the Jubin left leg acupoint for the third time. 30 seconds, press. "30 seconds, press rotate." Then, if you want, you can pause the video to repeat, pressing and press rotating each Jubin acupoint like this 1 or 2 more times. However, practicing each technique 3 times is relatively enough and appropriate for many people. Next, we will work with another very important acupoint, the Chi acupoint, CV6. The Chi acupoint is the 6th point of the conception vessel. It is located below the navel, about 1.5 cun from the center of the navel. Additionally, when impacting the Chi acupoint, an important chakra in this area will also be actively activated, namely chakra 2, Svadhisthana, which is closely related to physiology and biological emotions, helping to harness the sexual energy in a controlled and correct manner. There are many ways to influence the Chi acupoint, but in this exercise we practice with a yoga mat and a tennis ball. To do that, let's practice a variation of the classic yoga pose, the cobra pose. Lie face down on the floor like this, with the tennis ball next to you. Then, place this tennis ball on the floor, in the position of the Chi acupoint. Place your chin on the floor. One hand holds the other wrist, then puts them behind your back like this. Please pay attention and observe what I do first. We will practice together later. First of all, I inhale deeply into the lower abdomen like this, then hold the breath and compress it in the area below the navel, which is also the area of the Chi acupoint. Then, using the strength of the back and the compression of the lower abdomen as well as the mass of air that we have just inhaled and that we store there as support under the abdomen, slowly lift the chest. While all the back of the body starts from the position of the tennis ball, it is completely quiet on the ground, no spasticity. The process of compressing the breath and raising the chest like this takes an average of 10 to 15 seconds. Meanwhile, try to lift the chest as high as possible, but the important thing here is that we must keep our mind on the Chi acupoint that is being activated by the tennis ball. Now, exhale and slowly lower the chest to the floor. Place your chin on the floor and continue to exhale further until your abdomen completely deflates. Then, also within about 10 to 15 seconds, still in the lying position with your chin on the floor like this, inhale for a very tight lower abdomen, causing the lower abdomen to be pressed firmly against the tennis ball. Then, exhale slowly for 10 to 15 seconds. And, inhale quickly to stretch the lower abdomen, and keep the breath in the lower abdomen and continue the cycle as above. We will do this on average 3 to 5 times per training session. Here we will practice together 3 times. Now, here I will practice 10 seconds for each movement. If you do it faster, in less time, then wait for me. First time. Inhale, Compress the breath. 10 seconds. Slowly raise the chest. "10 seconds, exhale, lower the chest and chin to the floor. Continue to exhale and completely deflate your abdomen. And take a deep breath and stretch your lower abdomen, pressing it against the tennis ball. Then, exhale slowly for 10 to 15 seconds. Now, time 2. Inhale quickly and compress the breath in the lower abdomen. 10 seconds. Slowly raise the chest. "10 seconds, exhale, lower the chest and chin to the floor. Continue to exhale and completely deflate your abdomen. And take a deep breath and stretch your lower abdomen, pressing it against the tennis ball. Then, exhale slowly for 10 seconds. And, time 3. Inhale quickly and compress the breath in the lower abdomen. 10 seconds. Slowly raise the chest. "10 seconds, exhale, lower the chest and chin to the floor. Continue to exhale and completely deflate your abdomen. And take a deep breath and stretch your lower abdomen, pressing it against the tennis ball. Then, exhale slowly for 10 seconds. You can put one cheek on the floor like this, or you can put your hand under your cheek like this and rest for a bit. Now, if you're ready, let's continue practicing. The next yoga pose today will be the locust pose. And, no need for this tennis ball anymore. Our target here is the Zhongwan acupoint by activating the upper abdominal area in this locust pose. On the other hand, when manipulating the Zhongwan acupoint in this way, the chakra 3, Manipura, is also actively activated. This chakra also has a position equivalent to the position of the Zhongwan acupoint but deeper into the abdominal cavity, helping to strengthen connection and enhance proper interaction with people around you as well as with the environment. Please watch my instructions before practicing with me. We still start in a prone position on the floor like this. Now, we put our hands on the floor. Our hands under our thighs like this. When ready, we will inhale, compress and exhale similarly to above. Specifically, I breathe into my belly, but notice that now I'm not compressing the breath into my lower abdomen, but into my upper abdomen. The lower abdomen is the part of the abdomen below the navel, and the upper abdomen is the part of the abdomen above the navel. We will now activate here. While compressing the breath in the upper abdomen, I use the strength of my arms below, combined with the strength of my back and legs, at the same time as compressing the breath and pressing this upper abdomen to the floor. Lift 2 legs, slowly rise as high as possible. However, you need to be careful. In order for the locust pose to have good healing effects in accordance with the purposes of this exercise, you should not raise your legs too high and bring the center of gravity of your feet beyond the upper abdominal area contacting the ground. The best position of the legs is no more than 45 degrees from the ground. The Zhongwan acupuncture point as well as the chakra 3 zone are then activated to the maximum. Now, if you are ready, please practice with me. We will do 3 times for each movement. We start with a prone position like this. Place your hands in the correct position. Now, the first time. Inhale into the upper abdomen, compress, and 10 seconds. Slowly lift both legs. At the same time, press the Zhongwan acupoint with the upper abdomen area on the ground. Now, 10 seconds, slowly exhale, slowly lower your legs to the floor to the starting position. Exhale further to completely deflate your abdomen. Inhale and exhale gently for 1 beat. Now, the second time, inhale and compress the upper abdomen. 10 seconds. Slowly raise your legs as high as above. Always compress the upper abdomen with the Zhongwan acupoint, with chakra 3, down to the ground. "10 seconds. Exhale slowly, lower your legs to the floor and return to the starting position. Exhale further to completely deflate the abdomen. Inhale and exhale gently for 1 beat. And now, the third time, inhale and compress the upper abdomen. 10 seconds. Slowly raise your legs as high as above. Always compress the upper abdomen with the Zhongwan acupoint, with chakra 3, down to the ground. 10 seconds. Exhale slowly, lower your legs to the floor and return to the starting position. Exhale further to completely deflate the abdomen. Inhale and exhale gently for 1 beat. Let's rest in this position for a while. Now, please, let's return to the diamond pose. Now we will practice pressing on the Shinmen acupoint, HT7. The Shinmen acupoint is the 7th acupoint located on the heart meridian. This is the Shaofu acupoint HT8, and this is the Shinmen acupoint, HT7. To activate the Shinmen acupoint in accordance with the goal of calming the spirit of this exercise, we will use 2 main techniques, strong press and strong press rotate directly on the acupoint. When pressing, we also use the interphalangeal joints of the middle finger like this, pressing firmly on the acupoint. The pressing force is very strong, causing a very painful feeling, but at your pain threshold, the pressing time is about 10 to 15 seconds. Then, we also use that interphalangeal joint to press rotate the acupoint with relatively strong force, also with a time equivalent to the above press time. Come on, practice with me. First we practice pressing the Shinmen acupoint on the left hand. We will use the right middle knuckle to press on the acupoint. 10 seconds, we press on the Shinmen acupoint. Press gradually until you reach your pain threshold and then maintain that level. still increasing the pressure little by little. Then, 10 seconds, we press rotate the Shinmen acupoint like this. Now let's do the same for the Shinmen acupoint on the right hand, with the middle knuckle on the left hand. 10 seconds, press hard, slowly until your pain threshold. "15 seconds, press rotate with relatively strong force. Now you can pause the video to repeat the process of pressing and press rotating the Shinmen acupoint on each hand a few more times. You can practice like this 3 to 5 times per practice session. Finally, you can rest in child's pose like this for as long as you want. Good healthy. Thank you, goodbye and see you again.